and welcome back to Rants. How's everybody doing? We having a good day, good week, good month, good year, good everything? No? Maybe? No? Question? That's fine. I don't have to worry about leaning back because I got a mic. So, I can just do this. And you guys can still hear me. What? That's crazy. I know. Pretty cool. Anyway. Today, we are going to be talking about work environments. Healthy ones, not healthy ones, cool things, not cool things, the sorts, I have, I have a decent job experience. I've never been the kind of guy that was always just like one job. Sometimes there were times that I could only afford, or when I say afford, no, lack thereof, I could only really have one job because that's all I had time for. But that's a very limited part of my life. Normally, I've always had at least two. Why? I don't know. I guess because I would get bored with just the one. And so I needed the two to balance. So instead of doing like 40 hours on one, I do like, at one point, like in the, when I have a lot of time, and I'm not in class, maybe like 30 hours at both. Or maybe something more like 20 and 20 or 20 and 15, whatever. But, and, little side jobs too. Mowing lawns, baling hay. Whew, baling hay. If you've never done that and you want to get humbled, go do that. Baling hay is tough. Mostly because of the snakes. Actually, there's a couple times I baled hay where I didn't find these snakes. But it just depends on how you load the hay. Because, if there's just a trailer and it's continuously moving, then, that's predictable. But anyway, work environments. There's, you can always tell the different type of work environments depending on the attitude of the employers, how they treat you, which I know seems like a given, but there's just certain attitudes. The bosses that are always the best are the bosses that are, I'll be honest, I don't really care how much you do in a given time frame, or how many breaks you take, or anything. As long as you do these series of tasks and you get them done by the time they need to get done, and not right at the last second, but within a reasonable fashion, you're good. Those are the best people. Those are the best bosses. They're not constantly rushing you. And I mean, if there's something, it's okay to rush every now and then. If there's something that's really, really needed to be done right now, or if there's a huge rush. But for the most part, if they'll autonomously be like, all right, here's your tasks, go. Now, I understand, to be fair to those guys, if they hire somebody and they can't be autonomous, so they will not work unless be told what to do. First off, why are you hiring them? But I guess it's because you can't find anyone else. And then at that point, that is on you, unless you're not like that. But if you can only do stuff when told, then sorry that you feel bad always being bossed around. But, and then, obviously this doesn't have to do with the healthy work environments and not, but some work environments have better perks than others. So like I worked at Walmart at one time, and so Walmart, the only perk you get is a slight discount at the store. But then like the job I have now, I get free lunch. Isn't that great? Not only do I get a discount, I get free lunch. Well, and depending on how long my shift is, free dinner. Isn't that insane? I save so much money. And it cost the employer, like, I guess a little bit, but not really, because everything is such a huge amount of bulk, it doesn't even really matter. But so perks like that really do matter. Like I legitimately would rather have this job than, because this job makes slightly less than usually what I make, because normally I have salary expectations, I talk about them, I'll go to my employer, like, I'll go into the interview, like, I won't work for below this. And I've had where people go, well, we won't pay you that. And I'm like, bye. And I leave because I have salary expectations. I am worth a certain amount. However, This current job that I have, and remember I have multiple jobs, but the current job that I have right now, the main one, it pays lower than I'm used to, but I'm okay with that because it's really, really, really flexible, and that's okay. So I understand you're paying me a little less, but in turn I get some more flexibility. Good. And B, I get free lunch and dinner. That saves you like $20 a day. So just take whatever you made, add $20, bam. Fantastic, amazing. Especially where it's located, because depending on the town, prices are more expensive than other ones. This town, prices are definitely up there, especially the location. Oh my gosh. So these are all factors to think about. I worked in one environment where you were treated, you were paid well, but you were just treated awfully. I can't believe I just said awfully. You were not treated well. I'll say that much. I do not recommend. Well, okay, when I say I do not recommend, for the record, it's Walmart. And when I say do not recommend, I learned. It was good money. I was in high school. I learned. And, I'm not saying it wasn't worth it, but definitely that is not like a work there. If you're going to work there for a year. Max. And then dip. You do not. That is not a healthy work environment that you want to be in long. No, definitely find a good work environment. To be fair, though, I've never worked in food, so I can't give any tips on working in food because I never have. I just always chose not to work in fast food or the food industry, period, because people are mean. And I always just figured I'd make less anyway, so I just never went that route. So I have no clue how that would tie into all this, but yeah, work environments really, really, really do matter. If I were you and I were choosing a job, I would look at pay, and then once I got there, it would basically be, I'd look at kind of the flexibility-ish. Obviously, you can't have full flexibility, but you need, if you have a place that never lets you, Walmart, never lets you call off, and when I say never, like 90% of the time doesn't let you call off, and like really badgers you when you have something, maybe rethink that. But, if you're taking a place, you have decent flexibility-ish, and seems to be good pay, and there are, benefits matter, thinking about benefits, but obviously if you make enough, the benefits outweigh, if you're like $100,000 and benefits are like $200,000, no benefits, I'll take the $200,000, obviously. But actually it depends on where you live. I shouldn't say that, but yeah. No, I will say that. It also depends on the benefits. Anyway, gosh, I get on side tangents. But I lost my train of thought completely. Kidding. No, I didn't. Benefits matter. No, I did lose my train of thought because I wasn't talking about benefits, was I? Huh. Why does this happen to me? Here, I'm going to neurally think about what I was talking about. Oh, when picking a job. And then, after you do all that, you can work. You're on a trial basis. Think about it. Always think about, okay, I'm just trying it out for the first 2 weeks. Don't give up on the first day or the second day. 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, then you can decide kind of it's good or not. Or maybe it's good enough to stay for a bit, but I'm going to look for another job. Those things matter. It also depends what you're interested in. Like for example, if you're interested in dogs, go work at a dog kennel. I like dogs, not enough to clean up their crap, so pass. So it really does just depend on all that. But, ultimately, healthy work environments are just so much better than toxic work environments. Healthy work environments where, the boss doesn't, or bosses don't talk down to you, but they talk to you like actually like a human being, and they don't expect a 1,000 gajillion joules of hard work from you a second, and they're reasonable with the breaks, and they're accommodating, and actually not just saying they are, then that's the job you want. It really is. But anyway, I know this was a very unstructured episode. I just talked how I wanted to talk. Maybe I guess you could be like Grant Allsbury, job market, uncut. But I don't know, maybe I'll do another one of these, but more structured. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.